Well, I am out doing my 1 mile walk of the day. I think I've gone up my road about half a mile or more. I'm trying to mark it and figure out where the half-mile mark is. So one of these days I'll figure it out. But as I turn around, I am going to put my camera on my shirt and you're going to watch me walk down the road. I don't know how shaky it's going to be, but we're going to try this. And look at this cabin behind me. I have not seen that before, but that's going to be my halfway mark. And now we're going to turn around and walk home. Okay, now we see the cabin. This is our halfway mark. And now we are going to walk home because it's going to rain at some point. So I brought my umbrella and I think it's starting to sprinkle. So I'm glad that I made it. I hope a half a mile. No fancy cameras for me until I pay off a lot of debt. And sometimes my debt this year, especially when I add in what I owe the IRS, is seeming overwhelming. But I know that I have done this before and I will do it again. I am grateful to remember how I have overcome obstacles in my past. And anytime life gets tough, I just remind myself that I have overcome larger obstacles than this in my past, and I will overcome this one. I am going to change to the other side of the road so that I am walking into oncoming traffic. However, on this walk, only one car has come by me this morning. And I will switch back to the other side of the road because there's a house up there that has a big brown lab. But I believe that he's on one of those collar things where he can't come to the road. But I also don't want to upset him by walking just in front of his house. He'll bark at me from across the road, but he doesn't ever come at me. But I just don't want to upset him by being close to his house. Hopefully this video works and it's not too shaky. And then I can make walking videos. This idea of putting the camera on my shirt just popped into my head as I was out walking. I said, let's experiment and see if this works. glad that I'm turned around because the raindrops are starting. And they did estimate before I left the house that rain would start in 40 minutes. And I thought I can get in a mile in 40 minutes. This walking challenge has really elevated my interest in health because I would normally say, no, I'll just do it later. And then it would rain all day and I would never get the walk in. But today I said, I've got 40 minutes. Let's get those tennis shoes on and let's get to stepping. There's some creek down there. I don't know if you could see the little creek, but there's a lot of little creeks here. And I love a little creek because somewhere there's a bigger pond where fish are hanging out. We're coming up on a farm where they have cattle. And I'm not sure how they get to the house because they blocked off the driveway, which tells me that they have another access, another road coming into the house. And this may be the backside of their property. Because here's the house, but as you can see, oh, here comes a car. So I will step off to the side of the road here and get out of the roadway and just walk along the side of the road there. So looks like they're stopping. So I guess they live right near where I was walking. So this is the private property and they've got little swings on trees and we are just going to keep walking here until we see cows in the pasture. And I love these cows. These are the cows that I showed you the other day. And today they're not too close to the fence, so the camera may not pick them up. But like every day, we will try to get them. And if I'm huffing and puffing, well, this is what happens when you're in your mid-60s and trying to get some exercise in. Thank you, Q at 60 Plus and Sophie, for starting this April challenge for us folks in our 60s. May not be just for us. However, a lot of my YouTube friends, like Mrs. Paula Does Retirement and Julie Jordan Scott, are all doing this challenge. And so I can see the cows through the trees, and I'll try to walk up towards their little gate there, and hopefully you can see the cows as they are just hanging out. And I'll just stop briefly at their gate so that you can see the cows just hanging out. I don't ever want to upset any animals or the owners of the property. So I'm very respectful of land, property, and animals. We do not want to upset anyone because in Alabama, we carry guns. And if you step on our land, they'll be judged by 12 rather than carried by 6. So that is how they operate in Alabama. So a car is coming up behind me, but they're on the other side of the road, I hope. And so we will just keep a-walking. Oh. Can you believe they're delivering mail on Easter Sunday? I thought maybe that was a mail truck because he sort of slowed down as he was behind me. And I said, no, they are not delivering mail on Easter Sunday. But yes, they are. And this is South Alabama. Nothing is conventional. We just enjoy life down here. Everybody stay to themselves. Nobody messes with anybody. And we just enjoy life. So I am coming up on the area where the dog's house is. And it sprinkled just a little bit and then it stopped. So I think I can get home without getting wet, which would be good. I brought the umbrella, but I was hoping that I wouldn't have to use it. So time to change over the side of the road. And there's a half of a posted no trespassing sign, meaning they don't want you coming on their land to hunt. And I have 5 acres that looks just like this that I've never walked on. So we will see how we get past this little guy here. Little guy, he's a big old lab, not no little guy. But we are going to walk this way and stay as far away from his land as we can and see if he comes to bark at me. So we hope not. Maybe they brought him in the house. But haven't seen him. Oh, I see him. He didn't bark at me. I saw him standing in his garage. Maybe he's getting used to me. It's only been 2 days that I've walked past his house, but maybe he's getting used to seeing me walk by now. So I will switch back to the other side of the road so that I am facing oncoming traffic as I look down the road there at the various different houses. And I just want to, oh, raindrops are hitting me, but I just want to make it home before it rains too much. And so I love a big, beautiful green yard. You know, I love it when a person has a house with land and their neighbors have land and there's big trees behind your land, which is probably still part of your land. I just love it. I just love it. And so if the rain keeps going up higher and higher. I'm going to put up the umbrella and turn off the camera because I'm fairly close to getting back home. Just a few houses away. And across from me, there's no houses. But yeah, it's almost time to put up the umbrella and turn off the camera because I'm almost home. And we'll see if this experiment works with me trying to walk with the camera. Now this one is a vertical shot because that's what I thought of with my camera. However, if this works, I can do a horizontal shot of hanging my camera on my shirt. Now this is a shirt with a collar. It's not one of my t-shirts. So I don't know that this would work with one of my t-shirts. It may only work with this button-up shirt. But again, we're just going to try it, experiment, and figure it out. Because that's what YouTube is all about. Mrs. Paula says everything is content. And so she taught me this. Film everything and see what works. So I had this bright idea today, and we're going to see if this bright idea pans out. Or has it been a massive flop? But you never know if you don't try. That's what I say. And so this is the field that's across the street from where I live. So as you can see, my view is unobstructed. There's no houses across the street from me, just this big old field. And apparently the entry gate, there is no entry gate here. So anybody could drive onto this land, and they got hay bales in the back there, and no home on this land. So you could possibly buy this land and build a home, and you may own all those trees in the background back there. But we are coming to the end of the video, and I can't believe I talked through this whole video. I thought maybe I would just do a quiet walk, but no. Somebody had to run their mouth and talk about the beauty in South Alabama. Coming from the DC metro area, I love open spaces and quiet country roads. So I want to thank everybody for walking with me in my, I think, 5th day of our walking challenge. And so I'm going to pull the camera off, and there may be some herky-jerkiness as I pull the camera off, but I can clip that out with my software. So I'm going to stand here for a moment or two and let the video end. And the rain, I don't know if you can see the rain coming down, but the rain is just starting. So thank you everyone for walking with me today. And I will hopefully do this again on another walk.